Spoilers ahead. Fuck off. As you may imagine, I'm a Hollow Knight fan, so I was looking forward to Silksong. I never really got into the Silk Sanity, but whenever the game came out I would definitely play it. After beating it, however, yes, all 3 acts, my overall opinion was absolute aight. I don't hate it, by the way. I lied. But hey, it got you to click, didn't it? The game's okay. I don't think it's bad by any means, and it does have some fun moments, but I can't lie, most of what I felt when playing was annoyance. Runbacks are pure ass. I strongly dislike shards only existing to force you to grind. Bosses have gauntlets right before them that you have to fight each time, and those enemies don't drop shards, by the way, because God forbid something in the game not try to piss you off. And of course, every single fucker on this earth can parry. All this and more mounted up to a game that isn't awful, however, I can't say I truly enjoyed it. And hey, look at me. I fucking know you lot, so I'll make this crystal clear. I am not saying the game is too hard. I am not saying things need to be nerfed. I'm saying I found a lot of the mechanics and systems to be most of all annoying. If you like it, good for you, genuinely. I might disagree, but that's my opinion. And if anyone else thinks these problems aren't that big a deal or they prefer the game like this, that's their opinion and that's perfectly fine. But the main thing that didn't click for me were the crests. The range on all of them seems too short and none of them felt good to play. My most used was the Reaper, because it's the only one whose moveset doesn't feel like pulling teeth. With the exception of maybe the Shaman, and still I didn't actually have fun with them. My greatest heartbreak by far though is the Beast one. It looks so goddamn cool, the idea is so interesting and I love the sound design. But the amount of cool details it has is only rivaled by how much effort went into making it suck ass. Non-existent range, unreliable healing, bind effect lasts 5 seconds and it will wear off if you get hit twice, which is kinda counterproductive since you're supposed to get stuck in. The pogo is just seriously what the fuck, but worst of all, no innate blue tools. All this combines to make a, let's say, curious moveset. If you have a thing for women growling, then go for it, but to anyone else, this is by far the worst option. And I don't care.
Sure.
Yeah, I lied again, this isn't a complaining video. Beast Crest is the most fun I've had playing Silksong. It doesn't matter if it's inefficient or unorthodox, using it is the closest you can get to personally going into the game and tearing apart the enemies yourself. If you haven't given it a shot, then do. And I mean a real shot, not just trying to get out of Hunter's March, failing twice and never touching it again. Maybe you won't like it, and that's fair, but nothing can compare to healing by ripping out the throat of whatever boss you're currently facing. The attack speed buff makes you feel like God, and piercing right through whatever poor sap was trying to block you is cathartic. Now, I'm not arguing it's perfect or that it couldn't use a touch-up. And no, the pogo isn't that bad, you get used to it, but either extending the buff to 7 seconds, not having it dispelled after your hit, or at the very least a singular crumb of blue tool. Just one of these changes would be enough to have the crest feel a lot smoother, but even without them it is a very solid choice and my favorite by far. If I went overboard and my buffs seem unreasonable, do let me know. After all, I am slightly biased. And like I said, it's still a really solid option. Now that the piercing actually works. Final verdict, Beast Crest is capital B for Beast.
Got 'em all!